Grove zone for a change. Now we've got Krisky, Bates, and Robinette on the ice. Turvold's on defense along with Moline. Puck is pushed deep in the corner where Bates is standing. She tries to send it back to Krisky, gets intercepted by Cottage Grove. Good pressure by Spartacats. Moline has it at the blue line. She sends it down in deep. Puck takes a weird carom off the boards. Cottage Grove is able to grab a hold of it, and they start to skate it up. Puck gets sent in, offsides.
Hey, Brad. How you doing this evening?
Hi, Craig. It's good to see you, man.
So we got a little held up at the restaurant, but we are here now. So just a note to everyone joining us from far and wide, this is the Spartacats versus the Cottage Grove Wolf Pack from lovely VMCC, the Veterans Memorial Community Center in Inver Grove Heights. The Spartacats are up 1-0 and are looking again to add to that lead. Turvold shot redirected by Cottage Grove and off to the races. No shot on net. Izzy Cans has the puck and does get it out of the zone. And for you online, just in case you were wondering why it's the two of us on tonight, it was a special occasion, and we took advantage. So we're actually wearing our finest sport coats this evening, and we'll step in front of the camera at intermission to let you guys see it. Ooh, shot redirected, great save by Cassidy Boyd.
Yeah, kind of a tough deflection there. Thankfully that one didn't end up in the net.
Perry trying to get it out, gets it to Nelson, who gets tripped. So we will have our first, I believe it's the first power play, unless I missed one.
No, it is the first one. Unless you count the penalty that Hubble had when he tried to play his music too early.
Well, even the best of us make mistakes.
Got a pretty strong contingent here holding down the penalty box and scoreboard tonight. Feeling like we've got good odds on things happening here. Spartacats power play. Walker takes a shot just in front of the blue line. That bounces wide. Puck gets held in by Verstraet, but Cottage Grove is able to get that one cleared. That'll send Walker back to chase it down. Bastion Walker up to Weber. Weber loses control for a second, then recovers it. Now she's got it skating up towards the net. Makes a quick move. Tries to backhand that one in, but it goes a little bit wide. Deflection in the front of the net by Hubble that just missed. Cottage Grove trying to push it into the Spartacats zone to get
Nelson back
a little bit of time off of this penalty kill. Nelson goes back and chases it.
She is able to get it away from the defender there. See if we can regroup. Icing is called.
Quick shot off of the face-off by Turvold. It gets deflected wide. Now Bliss holds it at the line. She sends it down in. Turvold skates up, takes another good shot. A lot of power on that one. Just misses the net wide. Gets deflected in by McCall. McCall to Cans. Cans back to Bliss. Bliss just able to hold it. Krisky's in pursuit to grab that one. Tries to take another shot in. Cottage Grove intercepts it. Is able to get it just past the defender's reach and is going to bounce out in the open. Bliss goes back to grab it. She sends it up the ice to Cans. We've got a 3-on-2 if we hurry. Cans doing some stick handling, trying to drop it back for Bliss. Gets intercepted by the Cottage Grove girl. Turvold grabs the puck. She skates it up and is going to send it to Krisky. See if Krisky can make some magic happen here.
Sent down ice by the Wolfpack with 12 seconds remaining in the penalty. That will be an icing.
Turville takes another shot on net, gets past the defenders, actually hits the goalie before she realized it. Back to Bates. Bates takes a shot, deflected there by the goalie. Another shot. Shot after shot after shot. I think every girl was getting her chance to take a swing at it. Just couldn't connect on any of those enough to get it past the goalie, and the power play is done. Weber still has it in the Cottage Grove zone. She's dancing past a couple of girls, trying to give herself a chance. She gets a wide open look. Tries to backhand it in, hits the side of the net. Goes behind. The girls are kind of staring, taking a break for a second. Cottage Grove skating it down into the neutral zone. Weber applies some good pressure to knock that one loose.
Robinette's able to send it in deep to the Cottage Grove zone, no icing. And Cottage Grove's able to clear. Moline sends it in and had a couple players offside.
Are we supposed to be doing thinking? Okay. So Greg, I had a rough night last night. Had to take my dog to the vet.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he ate an entire Scrapple board. No words yet. Hubble tries to skate in, gets past
great
the
chance.
defender.
Nelson
Great
to the
chance.
corner over the top of the net. Moline steps in, is blocked in front. Hubble has it, drops it back to Verstrate. Verstrate right into the knees of a defender. Verstrate again, just wide.
Pass back to Moline. Moline rips it. Sends it deep. Got all the way through the goalie. She was able to put a pad on it, though, and knock it wide of the net. Puck gets passed in. A bunch of girls in pursuit. Verstrate comes up, takes another shot. Good deflection back. Hubble winds up, takes a shot, hits her own teammate. All right, Cans has it now in the neutral zone. She tries to get it past the bounce off the boards to get it in, and ends up going back into the Cottage Grove zone.
Cans, Nelson, and Krisky in the forward set with Moline and Turvold back on D. No, I'm sorry, Verstrate back on D. McCall with the puck, sends it up to Krisky. Bringing it up through the zone to Cans at center ice. Cans sends it cross wide, and McCall in on the chase as we change. Incoming are Weber and Bliss, along with McCall staying on. Walker now checks in at D and is right on time to take it away from the Cottage Grove break chance. The pass up to, to Cans, unable to hold it, and Cottage Grove is back on the rush. Cans in deep. Weber able to send it up the wall. Walker with the puck and has the corner. This will be icing. So we will take a break for more of Hubble's fantastic music.
Well, Craig, at the comment, you look really nice tonight. But you know, what's the difference between a well-dressed man on a unicycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle?
An extra wheel.
A tire. Spartacats get it in the neutral zone. Robinette on the wing. She tries to clear it in, gets deflected by the Cottage Grove girl. Bounces back to Walker. Walker looks to regroup, sends it in. Weber, Bates, and Robinette on our forward line. And we've got Bliss and Walker on the defense. Weber sends it in deep. Bates turns the corner, uses the ref as a shield. She tries to center it up. Gets bounced around by Cottage Grove before it clears out into the neutral area. We're going to have an offsides.
All right, Coach Cans is switching up a defensive line. So we got Moline and Turbold coming in. Still Robinette, Bates, and Weber on the forward set. That'll do it for the first period. 1-0 Spartacats over Wolfpack. Shots on goal, 8 for your Spartacats and 3 for your Cottage Grove Wolfpack.
Looks like we got Coach Corey and Coach Luke giving some plays from the girls.
Just to let you know, this evening, the great Brad Moline and I'm Craig Nelson coming to you from VMCC in Inver Grove Heights.
Looking at my play notes, strong period by the girls. They're playing hard, but I think that they need a little bit more goals.
They did set the tone early. I'd like to see them just keep it up as we progress through the period.
Yeah. I think we've got a strong group, though. Music representation is strong. We've got some good things happening here with our team tonight. It was feeling really good. It's going to be a good second period.
Couple does have the music on point. Hopefully it brings it to the girls and we can come back with a strong second period.
For it. You know, I do hope that on a playlist, Mr. Hubble's got fresh prints.
I mean, it's hard to have a good playlist without Fresh Prince and his buddy, the DJ Jazzy Jeff. All right, the Spartacats start off in their defensive zone. The Wolfpack has a shot deflected off of Cassidy. As the Spartacats regroup, Izzy Cans off the boards and out of the zone. Krisky on the puck, drops back to Cans, and now back to the defense. Turbold sends it back up. Nelson's in pursuit and would have been slightly offsides. Back up to Cans. Cans across to Nelson. Nelson with some space and Krisky behind her. Nelson shoots it off the defender's shins. Got Nelson on the puck. Sends it back around. Turbold able to get there and sends it back into Cans. Cans drop past to Turbold. Turbold up to Nelson. Nelson to Krisky right in front. A great shot and a glove save. She was able to cover up on that one. We'll have another offensive zone face-off.
So, Craig, what color are the Wolfpack?
Is this a trick question, Brad? Tonight they're wearing their dark forest green and white.
Oh. Well, I don't know if I mentioned to you, but I'm colorblind. And when I found out, it's like it came right out of the purple. All right, Walker gets it in the neutral zone. She sends it wide over to Hubble. Hubble sends it in deep. Cottage Grove has it behind their net. Hubble's able to square up, pass it over to... Weber sent it over to Hubble. Hubble got a shot off, but the deflection came, sent it wide. Now Cottage Grove trying to skate that up forward. Hubble gets back control of it, trying to get past it. Gets a pass right into the middle, where Walker comes to grab it. Now we've got Verstrat with the puck in the Spartacat zone. She sends it up the ice to Hubble. Hubble skates it in over the blue. Shot there by Verstrat, deflection into the corner by the goalie. Verstrat still able to hold the blue, sends it in. Now Bates has it. She's going to square up for a shot. She sends it in. And then Weber tries to shoot that one, goes just a bit wide of the net. Ends up bouncing all the way around the net into Walker. Walker sends it back into the deep side. Bates in pursuit to grab it in the corner. Verstrat now has it at the blue shoot, squares up, sends it back to Weber. Weber looking for a lane to pass to or shoot from. Bates in to help her out. Pass it back to the defense, goes back into the corner where Weber's got it. She gets a free pass over to Bates. Bates wasn't able to get all of it. Ends up bouncing into the goalie's pads and bouncing out wide.
She's going to be thinking about that one tomorrow. That was a great opportunity, just wasn't able to connect. Now we have Weber bringing the puck up through center ice, dropping it to Annabelle, and sends it in back as they go for a change. We now have Cans, Turbold and Bliss are on the defense. Cans is in with Weber and Nelson. Turbold with the puck across the wall, and Cottage Grove brings it in offsides. The Cottage Grove mother manning the box down here was a little upset with that play. Disappointed that their girls didn't keep it on sides. Chipped up and out. Nelson with the puck sends it over to Cans. Cans in onside, flips it behind the goal. And Cans and Frisky collect it. Cans with a drop pass to center, and this one's going to go all the way down the ice and will not be touched. It should have been icing by any stretch of the imagination, but here we are. All right, Cans to Krisky. Krisky to Nelson at center. Nelson rips a shot off the blocker's right pad. Cans with the rebound. Cans looking in front. Krisky able to collect the puck, dropping it back to Turbold, who makes a nice move and now loses the puck to Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove coming in, 2-on-1, and a nice shot, but a better save by Cassidy Boyd.
Good positioning by Boyd to force kind of a bad angle shot. Bliss was there to help kind of square that girl up too. Made it more challenging. Now we've got a spot, another great opportunity by the Spartacats that couldn't be converted. Now Cottage Grove has it in the neutral zone.
Cottage Grove well off sides now with a bit of a hiccup on that pass through the zone.
The jerseys say Wolfpack, right? Not Pirates?
It does say Wolfpack, Brett.
Where do Pirates get their hooks?
I don't know, Brett.
Secondhand stores. The comedy isn't going to get much better, but I'm enjoying myself.
It couldn't get much worse, so we're good. We've got Cassidy with a glove save. We're going to have a zone in the defense, a face-off in the defensive zone. We have McCall taking the face-off. It is McCall, Weber, and Annabelle Robinette at forwards. Annabelle Robinette with the puck, bringing it in 1 against 5 at the moment. Spartacats are able to hold. No icing was called by the ref on the close side, but the other ref blew his whistle.
Not sure I agreed with that one either, but here we are, face off in the neutral zone.
Our defense right now, Aylin Moline and Addison Verstraet. Verstraet gets it out of the zone, and it is chipped off the ref, sent in onsides. The ref on this side just put his hands up, questioning the call from the other ref, but we'll let them deal with that between periods.
Nobody likes it when mom and dad fight, but hopefully they can reconcile.
All right. This is a drop pass by the Cottage Grove defense. Bates in pursuit. Weber is there as well. Cans picks it up, walking it in. Shifty move back to Weber. Weber is sandwiched by a couple Cottage Grove players, and Cans able to send it back to Weber in the corner. She's got Bates out front, sends it all the way out to the point. Moline sends it in, and Cottage Grove able to clear.
Bates now has it. She lines up for a shot. A little bit high, but Weber there for the bounce. Just wasn't able to get there in time. Puck bounces all the way back to the blue where Bliss knocks it back in. Now Cans in pursuit. Puck bounces out to the neutral area where Bliss has it. She sends it back in deep. Cottage Grove trying to get control of it. Gets pushed in all the way down. They're going to call deflection, so they're not going to call icing on this one. Bliss goes back, knocks it out. Cottage Grove tries to send it in for a shot. Now we've got Bliss with control in the Spartacats zone. She sends it up. Unable to clear as Cottage Grove shuts that one down. They take a shot. but Boyd is there to collect the puck. Face-off pushed back into behind the goal. Cottage Grove got a shot off there that goes wide of the net. They try to line back up, sends a pass out to their blue line. They try to get a tip in. They get a shot, but Boyd, they're able to knock it down.
Frisky with a great chip off the boards, and she's off to the races. The one Cottage Grove player left who was able to stop her from entering the zone. Now back, Walker able to pick it up in the defensive zone, looks off Bliss, comes up through center, right to Cans, who chips it to Nelson. Nelson bringing it in on the right side. She's got Cans in front. Nelson's shot. Goes! Now we'll wait for the official scoring play, but that appeared to be Cans to Nelson, and then Nelson glove side midway up on the net. That'll put us at 2-0 Spartacats. And face-off won by Cottage Grove, chipped in, sent right on net. A nice save. Nelson behind the net. And, that is your first Wolfpack goal. They went glove side high on Cassidy Boyd. A lot of traffic in front. There was not much she could do about that one. I'd like to see a little bit more physicality from our girls right in front of the net.
Gave a lot of space for that puck to get knocked right out in the middle for a great shot. Hopefully this wakes our girls up a little bit. They get fired up and put some more in the net.
Special shout out at this point to everyone watching far and wide, especially my parents watching in Oro Valley, Arizona. Hope all is well, and it was another fantastic sunset, which I'm sure you've sent me already. So we have the Cottage Grove Wolfpack bringing it up, and just on sides. Nice jump by the referee. Oh, Turbo takes her hard into the boards. Nice way to take away the puck. McCall, a little shifty there. Now Turbo with the puck, bringing it behind our own net. Up to Weber off the boards. Weber sends it, tries to send it cross ice, hits a Cottage Grove player in the back, and now back in front. This time the whistle's blown before a glove is on the puck.
Refs saw a lot of chaos there and wanted to blow the whistle a bit early. Probably to our benefit, that one could have gotten ugly real quick. On the ice, we've got some shifts. So we've got Walker and Verstrad on for defense. Shot off of the face-off by Cottage Grove. Boyd able to knock that one to the corner. McCall, Weber, and Hubble on the forward line. Weber has it now. She pushes it into the neutral zone. She's going to chase after. Now we've got a 2-on-1. We've got Hubble and Weber. Hubble sends one in off the red line, hits the goalie, bounces out in the middle where Cottage Grove grabs possession. They're trying to set it in. Bates takes the puck away, though. Puck bounced out in the neutral area where Walker comes to grab it. Spartacats now complete their change. So we've got Robinette, Weber, and Bates on it. Robinette chasing it against the sidewall. She sends it deep. Bates tries to line up for a backhand and sends it just wide.
We do have a correction on the previous score. It was Nelson, but the assist was given to Walker from the defensive zone. So great play by Walker. Glad to see our defense stepping up and putting points on the board. Walker on the blue line, able to steal the puck. Now Annabelle Robinette with the puck against the wall. She's there with Bates. They are looking to break free. Cottage Grove is able to chip it around them and back into the zone. Walker picking up the puck, circling around. She has Weber. Weber sends it up into the center of the zone, and it is sent back out by Cottage Grove. Weber again on the puck. She's been everywhere, as she was the last game. It is sent in deep with a deflection, no icing, as the Spartacats use their chance to change. So Brad, did you ever play hockey as a kid?
No, I never did.
I did try and play hockey once. Turns out I'm more of a penalty box guy. As the Wolfpack brings it up, that should have been way offsides, and now it is called.
Those of you at home might be able to see the hockey mom in the penalty box with her hand raised, shaking vividly. She very much thought that was an offsides.
And my apologies for erroneously thinking earlier that she was rooting for the other team. She's one of ours. She may need to be reminded that we're not supposed to cheer in the penalty box.
It's more of a guideline, not a rule.
Okay. I haven't read the bylines, or the bylaws, to be honest. All right. Turvold in to pressure the puck and is able to steal it back behind the net. We've got Perry Kriske on the puck. Now to Turvold taking it the other way. We have Nelson and Cans also on the forward spot, and Bliss on D. That was a dangerous shot, but stayed wide. Another wide shot, wide left by the Cottage Grove Wolfpack. The girls working to get the puck up the wall and are able to clear the zone. Cans.
Oh, tries to skate it past the one sole defender that they had, and it bounced off her skates.
Given away to the Wolfpack. Bliss is back, and luckily the Wolfpack player shoots well high and wide.
I think she might have thought this was a different sport.
She was going for 3 points, Brad.
Even in a lacrosse net, that would have been too high.
Sends it back. Cottage Grove trying to bring it up through the center of the zone. They do have a player grab it and chip it in from the blue line. Ooh, and a surprising shot got on net there, but Cassidy was there to save it. Another nice stick check. Nelson's got the puck in the corner, rips it off the boards, and is able to get it out. Kriske in pursuit. If she can get there, and she cannot.
It would have been a great opportunity if she could have got there first, but Cottage Grove slid their defender over to grab onto that one.
Cans will change. McCall coming in. And the Wolfpack ties it up.
Another one of those plays behind the net that gets chipped out into the front. Nobody there but the Wolfpack girl.
Well, I know our girls are feeling like they should be way ahead, but that one was a rough one. We need to step it up in a big way. Weber's going to try and do exactly that. Weber, McCall. On defense, we have Molina versus Straight. Weber, McCall, and can't see the number.
Hubble.
That is Hubble. Oh, that one came back in between the legs of a Cottage Grove player. Another shot. That nearly went in. Cassidy was barely able to squeeze her pad against the net there and block it against the post.
What do you suppose Boyd and the referee are talking about right now? It seemed like they had a very long chat. Little head tilting from the girl on that one. Wasn't sure what to read out of that conversation.
I'm not sure if he was asking her why she didn't cover it up or what, but it certainly wasn't in. And if he was asking her if it was in, it seems like he should be better at his job.
I have a feeling I know what her answer was. All right, we got Weber now, grabs it in the corner. She's trying to square up. She sends it back to Bliss. Cottage Grove able to get that puck knocked into the neutral zone, though. Walker grabs it. She tries to sit it in, but it gets deflected off of the body of the
Watch number 7 in front of the net. She was wide open. Bliss able to get back and get gloves on her. It's those easy chances that we need to avoid. Up to Weber. Weber bringing it through the center of the ice. And, a nice kick by Bates. Keeps it into the zone. Robinette just onto the ice, able to get a stick on that one. Still around the central part of the ice. But Cottage Grove now controls the puck, bringing it in 1-on-5. Nobody else home. Bates with the puck. Good chance to take it and run. A nice lifted pass up to Robinette. And Cottage Grove chips it back into the zone. Back out by Weber. All cross ice, and this one's going to be icing.
The girls are really wanting to go north and south, but they're not taking the puck with them, and they're losing control at the blue line before they can get any good opportunities. We got some change here on the Spartacats. On the ice right now, we've got Bates for the face-off, Krisky and Robinette. And then our defense, we've got Moline and Turvold. Krisky able to grab possession of that, sends it into the neutral zone. Cottage Grove grabs onto it. They're trying to skate up to take a shot. Boyd is able to knock that one down. Moline sends it back up the board then. That takes us to the end of the second. Not our best period.
Not our best period, and my apologies to everyone who was hoping and praying for an eating contest at the end of the second period here. We couldn't find any takers for our White Castle burger eating contest, but we are here. We've been asked to step in front of the camera just to recap what's going on into the third period. So our coaches tonight, Corey Cans, as usual, head coach, Luke Turvold, McCall, and Yuri Bates. Bates uncharacteristically wearing a hat today. I'm not sure if he was having a bad hair day or what the situation was.
I hope he's okay.
I do too. I'm sure whatever Cans is telling them, though, it's going to set the tone for this final period. He's a true professional. I'm surprised he's still coaching at this level. I think he's got great places to go.
Yeah. You know, I'm surprised he's not breaking out the market board, though. That's usually his jam between second and third period. I got to say, you know, of all of the inventions of the 20th century, the whiteboard is the most remarkable.
All right, so we've got Cottage Grove out there ready for the face-off. They're itching and rearing to go. For the Spartacats, we have Annabelle Robinette at left wing, Perry Krisky at right wing, and Talia Bates at center. On defense, Turvold at the left side and Aylin Moline on the right. Robinette brings it in. She's on sides. Bates with a shot that's gloved wide. That one should not count as a shot, but it was a nice save by the goalie nonetheless.
Hoping the girls come out a little more fired up this period. We need to get a couple more goals. And a couple of good
great
shots.
Shot that I thought the goalie had a chance at, but
more shots.
Oh, the girls are putting a great amount of pressure on in the Cottage Grove zone. Turvold's able to hold. That was incredible. Bates tries to put it past the defender. Turvold again sends it back in. And this one's sent up. Moline is able to grab it and find a nice pass to Perry Krisky. Hey, Krisky to Bates. Bates with a shot. Blocker's side leg save there. Bates still holding the puck. Tries to send her to Krisky, but was not able to hit that one. That was a pretty rough hit on Krisky. Knee-to-knee contact. The ref was right there. Did not make a call. Moline is in. Bates with the puck. Krisky there to help out. Krisky now across ice, off Kansas skate and up out of the zone.
Kind of looked intentional, like she really wanted to kind of do a hacky sack kick there before she played it with her stick.
I'm sure it was intentional. These girls are professionals.
Now Bates has it one-on-one. She lines up for a shot. Misses the net just a little bit wide. But buys enough time for the girls to get a change out. Now we've got Weber on the ice. She intercepts a pass. She sends it in to Nelson, who's streaking off the bench. She drops it back to Cans. Cans squares up, tries to pass it in, gets deflected by the Cottage Grove team. Sends it up the boards. Walker, though, able to get back and send it back deep. Now Nelson has it. She pushes it center. Cans had a great opportunity, just couldn't get a hold of it with her stick. Still back behind the net. Spartacats maintaining control. Nelson circling. She sends it back to Walker. Walker back to Nelson. Nelson to Weber. Weber backhands it into Cans. Cans sends it in.
Nelson what a beautiful play. Wow. What a beautiful play. That was fantastic. You're hearing the Wild air horn, but here's our Spartacat air horn. That was absolutely phenomenal. It was I believe it was Weber to Cans to Nelson on a quick response and a great finish. That is the type of energy we need to stay in this game and to put the Wolfpack away. Once again,
another great opportunity. Weber now squares up. She
drops
sends it back
past to Nelson. Nelson going for the hat trick, and this one is gloved.
Lots of shots.
Lots of shots.
Smell like cinnamon to you, Craig? Face off, controlled by the Spartacats. Cottage Grove was able to break up a pass and push in the neutral zone. And
definitely in on sides. Now, I do really appreciate this song from Hubble. Collective Soul, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated bands of perhaps ever.
Do you think it's because they suck?
Brad, we're going to have to agree to disagree.
I do respect the soul.
Bliss sends it in. Cottage Grove defense sends it past Kriske. Turbo up to Kriske again. Hubble way offsides. Is able to get back on, but McCall in the meantime snuck in offsides as well.
Yeah, it looked like Cottage Grove got just a bit of a defense on that one. That slowed the puck entry in. One of the Cottage Grove girls having a hard time getting over that bench, but looks like she figured it out. Now we've got puck bouncing in the neutral zone. Bliss sends it up. Hubble tries to skirt past. Push to the blue line. Cottage Grove on a one-on-one. She sends it deep in behind the net. Boyd in the ready, but Bliss able to go back and grab that puck. Gets knocked up the boards. We bounce back in. Kind of a weird bounce that ended up going back into Boyd's glove.
So, Brad, Egan has some pretty. Egan and Invergrove have some pretty strong rules about apparel. You have to have matching gloves. You have to have the right color helmet. You have to have breezer covers if your breezers don't match. What is going on with this Cottage Grove girl with a pink helmet, pink gloves, pink stick tape?
I think she likes to stand out.
She certainly does.
And up until this moment, I didn't know they were pink, Craig.
Well, I'm sorry, Brad. I forgot about your condition.
Did you want to hear the joke about time travel?
Yes.
Never mind. You didn't like it. Another good couple of opportunities there from the Spartacats. We've got a face-off now coming into the Cottage Grove zone. On the ice for defense, we've got Moline and Verstrad, and then we've got Bates, Robinette, and Weber on our forward line.
So, Brad, I have a kid who plays soccer. Are you a soccer fan?
I love soccer.
Do you? You know, I've heard it be said that hockey is just soccer for people who hate grass and love violence.
That tracks. Bates with a shot. Gets deflected by Cottage Grove.
Nice
Robinette squares up.
She's going to feel that one tomorrow.
Girls applying a lot of pressure this period. I've been impressed with how they've been able to put a lot of different chances on the net.
Bates with a chance around the corner, but the goalie was able to deflect. That one nearly went off her back and in. Robinette, another chance. Wow, the girls are not letting up, which I'm happy to see. We need to put this team away. Think about the next weekend.
Puck bounces out in the neutral zone. Moline there on defense, trying to obstruct the play in. Cottage Grove, though, sends it back in deep. Strat now has it. Sends it up to Weber. Weber trying to make a break for it. Gets knocked off the puck by Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove now trying to take an opportunity. They send it backwards into the neutral zone.
Whoa.
Can's able to intercept.
Can's chasing it down in the corner. Able to take it away, and Weber down there with her. Nelson hovering around the area. Around Can's, back over to the Weber area. Nelson able to grab it, hold it into the zone. These girls are really keeping the pressure on Cottage Grove, and it seems like Cottage Grove is not happy about it. This one's off sides, but if that one was left to go a little bit longer, number 19 on Cottage Grove was looking to hit somebody with a stick.
She does look pretty fired up. But, you know, it's just like my dad used to say, you give a man a plane ticket and he gets to fly for a day. But you push that man out of an airplane, he gets to fly for the rest of his life.
Brad, I'm not so sure that these jokes of yours are cleared. It's a good thing we're on YouTube. We've got about 10 followers. We probably won't get any complaints unless they're from my parents. A nice drop pass to Nelson from Cans. Nelson looking, hits Cans again in the center. And, ooh, a nice slash by Cans, uncalled. Bliss, cross ice to Walker, up past, is that Annabelle? No, it's Perry. Walker again with the puck. She's got the cross ice pass, and Cottage Grove brings it in offsides. I'm not sure if I'd be having more fun in any other place than here with you tonight, Mr. Brad Moline.
Oh, that's really nice of you to say, Craig. I think this should become an annual event. Our last home game of the year, we put on our best suit coats and commentate some sports.
Even the roughest of us can be cleaned up a little bit. We have McCall on the face-off with Hubble on the left wing and Perry Krisky on the right wing. Back at D, Turbold left wing and Moline right wing, right D. Turbold brings it up after a one face-off. Turbold brings it to the corner. Turbold looking. She's got space. She tries to shoot it off the shin guards of the Wolfpack player. Up and out, but held by Moline. Moline dumps it back in. And I want to point out there, Hubble did a great job of getting back and playing defense when she saw that her wing partner went down into the zone. Moline sends it back up. And now Turbold again charging the zone. A nice pass. McCall just wide off of a Perry Krisky tip. Here we go. Hubble with the puck. Hubble shot about 20 feet wide.
What's the saying in Major League? Just a bit outside?
Just a bit outside.
That movie's a classic. Charlie Sheen finally gets glasses, learns to pitch really well. They win the pennant. All good things. All good things.
And we all know how wonderful it turned out for Charlie Sheen.
He was a wizard at one point. I don't know if you heard that. Talk about life accomplishments.
McCall on the chase, back in the zone. Weber able to pick it off. Tried to get out of the zone, but did not, and finally have. So Turbold with the puck back in the Spartacats zone. Turbold looking up. Tries to hit Robinette on the break. It was a good look, good idea. Now, Turbold, what is the call here? We have a penalty. This one looks like it's going against the Spartacats. Robinette's arguing it, and he's not having it. This one's going to go against the Spartacats. We will be down a player, and that player is Robinette.
This is just like the time that hotel tried to charge me for air conditioning. Just wasn't cool.
All right, Cottage Grove back with a great shot, but Cassidy Boyd with the glove. A fantastic save, holding us in it. I believe Rachel Cans has some words. I'm going to go off mic and see what she has to say for us, Brad.
On the penalty kill, we've got Weber, Bates, Walker, and Verstraat. Cottage Grove holding control. They take a shot, goes wide, goes through the blue. Bates has possession. She brings it in the neutral zone. She is able to skirt past a couple of the girls and pushes it into the Cottage Grove zone. Now Weber has it in the corner. On the penalty kill, the Spartacats showing some good pressure, getting a chance. Now Cottage Grove pushes it up into the middle of the ice. Still obstructed there by Weber and Bates. Just relentless pressure by our two forwards on the ice right now. Able to knock that one free. Still trying to clear it out of the Spartacats zone. Bounces deep there, and Cassidy's able to glove that one.
So, Brad, I do think one major improvement this Spartacats team has had over the last 3 weeks is when they played down in Rochester in the semifinals and then the finals and eventually winning the Rochester tournament. What they did is they changed the way they play shorthanded. And in the past, they'd always chased the puck. They'd tried to get out to the puck and try and force people to get rid of it. And the coaching advice that, to their credit, the team listened to, they have been staying in the box. They've been staying 4 players right in front of the net. They have been choking up every opportunity for a shot, and they've been frustrating their opponents. And I'm thrilled to see the girls taking the coaching advice and thriving with it, and also that the coaches know that the girls respect them enough to give them that advice and see them bring it to fruition.
I agree with you. The lane management of the girls has been really outstanding in their power penalty kill now the last couple of weeks. I think they learned a lot from that situation they had against Woodbury where we gave up 3 power play goals.
So our center now is Riley Nelson, who wins the faceoff, drops it to Cans. So Riley Nelson, Izzy Cans, Clara Turvold, and Bliss back on defense. Ooh, a wide shot by Cottage Grove. We have 3 minutes and 44 seconds remaining in the game. Spartacats have a crucial shorthanded. Oh, and Nelson with the puck, able to bring it across, trying to get into the zone, unable to. It does allow her teammates to change. Krisky is now back on. They do now have 5 players on. Oh, the penalty has ended. So the Spartacats got through that successfully. And now we'll see if we can change the tone of this end of the third period. That is offsides against Cottage Grove.
New set of girls entering the ice. Moline and Verstraat on defense. And then we've got Hubble and McCall and Risky in our forwards. Hesitation came as I couldn't quite see Perry's numbers to make sure that that's who I was referring to. Puck bounces back to Moline. Moline's going to try to send it out in the open, gets deflected by the Cottage Grove girls, but now Hubble has it. She's trying to get up with some speed. She sends it in deep. McCall in for pressure. We've got Hubble and Verstraat on the left side of the board. Verstraat lines up for, looked like she was going to try to pass that one in, but there was nobody there to grab that puck. Puck bounces all the way wide to Hubble. Hubble sends it into the goal. Gets deflected into the corner. Now Verstraat has it. She sends it out. Cottage Grove gets it cleared into the neutral zone. Moline grabs it, though, and sends it back up the board. So Hubble's waiting, so she was able to send it into the zone. Cottage Grove tried to clear it and got deflected out, but ended up going down for an icing.
Well, I do agree with that icing, Brad. Just to be clear, referees do not make mistakes. They make creative interpretations.
It's awfully generous of you, Craig. We've got one ref doing some ice skating moves. I think he's inspired by Vanilla Ice.
Yep, he's out there revisiting his glory days as an ice skater.
Do you think his favorite part of his glory days was when Vanilla Ice joined the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
That was one of my glory days. I don't know about him. I'll have to ask him after. Spartacats are able to hold the zone. Annabelle Robinette with the puck across behind the net. Dropped to Weber, who dropped it to Bliss with a shot on. Robinette again with the puck across against the net. Oh, a nice drop pass to Weber. Weber now to Bates. The referee holding a hand across his face so he doesn't get hit with the puck. Bliss now with the puck, drops it into Weber. And Bates goes to work, gets it back to Weber. Weber drops it, and it's now sent up. Cottage Grove with a chance. Bliss is well ahead of the play. And with the three of them, they are able to slow the puck and get a Cassidy Boyd patented glove save.
Nothing celebrates a good save quite like Soldier Boy. I do believe that Craig knows every word to this song. He's just doing his best to not sing at the top of his lungs right now.
You know, Brad, it's my intention to give you as much space to be yourself on the broadcast as possible, and me singing Soldier Boy might not get us there.
We got an empty net now by Cottage Grove.
Ooh.
Hopefully our Spartacats can turn that into something worthwhile here. Cans grabs it, sends it down just wide. So we've got an icing on the Spartacats.
58.5 seconds remain with a 1-point lead, a 22-18 shot advantage for your Spartacats.
Gotta say, I'm so glad that it's Saturday though. We don't have to worry about it. You know, Saturdays and Sundays really the strongest days of the week. You know, the rest are weekdays. Shot taken by the Cottage Grove.
Brad, I'm not sure if you have enough of these to keep up if we had any more than one game a season.
I think you underestimate me, Craig. All right, we got puck pushed into the Spartacats corner. Moline on defense.
And a glove save.
Puck bounced out. Wolfpack taking a shot from their blue line, but Cassidy's able to pin that one down. They're going to take a face-off in the zone. 35 seconds left. Score is 3-2 in favor of the Spartacats. Shots right now we're at 22-20 in favor of the Spartacats.
All right.
Moline was able to clear that one to the net. Cans tries to bounce it out in the open. Bounces back in the zone.
Right
Cans
to Cans.
rifles it. Deflected by the Wolfpack. They're going to send it in deep for an icing. That'll bring their goalie back out.
That's going to leave 17 seconds on the clock, Brad.
You know, I do kind of think they should have just left their goalie out. All right, what's the worst that happens?
It's a bold move, Cotton. See how it works out for them. Drop pass and Cans had one that would have gone in if there was no goalie. So I do agree with them. Putting the goalie in here was essential. Typically, and they do have a chance here. 6 seconds left. Nelson and Turbold on the puck. Nelson able to redirect it away, and that will do it, folks. That is a win for your Inver Grove Heights Egan Spartacats 15U B1 team.
What a game. What a game.
What a game, and what a call by you, Mr. Brad Moline.
There's nobody better in the business than you, Craig Nelson. Sound effects, quality hockey jokes. They are the full package.
It's been a pleasure. Until next time, we're just signing out from the Veterans Memorial Community Center in Inver Grove Heights. Thanks for joining us. Hug your kids. Have a good weekend.
Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. Thank you, Chuck Norris.